There's some big college football games this week. It is college football championship week, conference championships being handed out. And let's go back to our college corner for a little bit of a live look at some college football probabilities.
College Corner.
All right, bear with me here. I'm going to try the first ever Greg Waddell screen share here. And I'm going to pull up this model for college football. Are we good? Are we live?
Bang.
Bang, we're live. Look at this. I'm so proud of myself right now. All right. So as we mentioned on Tuesday's show, we did want to wait until closer to the weekend to take a closer look at some of these college football probabilities and edges. But the same way this works for NFL is the same way it has worked all season long for college football. You can scroll through any game that is on the schedule for this week in college football, and it will give you a probable outcome, predicted final score, percent probability to each side, and then the edge, if there is any, on wherever the odds are, and the best place to bet it. Scrolling through for conference championship week here, you'll see a lot of smaller schools because a lot of the smaller conferences obviously are some of the biggest games this week. In general, it is a smaller slate than normal because you don't have 300 plus college football teams in action this week. You just have the two teams in each conference competing. So as you'll see, some of our top probabilities this week, Western Michigan over Miami of Ohio. That game is basically a pick 'em. Western minus 1.5 has a little bit of juice, but we show a 62% probability that the Broncos emerge victorious. That's my hometown team, by the way. I live right in Kalamazoo. I've gotten to see Western Michigan a couple times this year. Just a really good football team that is clicking at the right time, that has flown very under the radar in recent weeks. Not surprised whatsoever to see that they are a favorite and a sizable one at that, according to our model. I do want to highlight a couple games further down here. Tulane and North Texas is a very fun one. Basically, the two best non-power conference teams in college football this year have been Tulane and North Texas. Again, with conference championship week, you often see games that are pick 'em or very close in nature, a field goal or less in terms of against the spread. In games like this, I typically lean to the team with the quarterback that I trust more. And as great as North Texas's season has been, they've got a quarterback who has one of the wilder stories you've ever heard of, a kid that was not a quarterback ever until this year. He's been amazing. Tulane has a power conference quarterback that started at BYU a year ago, and Jake Retzlaff has been a big game guy, had BYU a game away from the college football playoff last year, and is now at Tulane with a chance to end his career with a conference championship. I like Tulane's edge there. I like their side of this game. They are plus money underdogs. Now, we show a 3% edge at plus 115 for Tulane to win that game, but at 2.5, if you could even get that up to 3, that's a key number that I love. Keep it within a field goal against North Texas. And then one game that is absolutely on my card, Tulane, Western Michigan are games I would more describe as leans. I definitely see the value in them, but I have Alabama on the money line to beat Georgia as my best bet of the week for college football championship week. Reminder that these two teams met already once this year in Athens, a home game for Georgia. Alabama won that game. This was months ago. 24-21 was the final score. I think both teams have evolved quite a bit, but to me, it's Alabama as the side that has gotten significantly better. They've gotten healthier in the running back room since then. Quarterback Ty Simpson has just evolved and really blossomed and become a lot more comfortable as a kind of a freelance guy that can make plays on the fly beyond just pre-snap reads. To me, you want to consider motivation in conference championship week. And as we sit, Georgia is the third projected team in the college football playoff field. They are 11-1 on the year with just that loss to Alabama. Alabama's 10-2. If Alabama wants to make the college football playoff, they have to win this game. Georgia does not. And this is a team they should be confident against that they already went into their house and won earlier this season. I think this is the play of the week. I'm all over Alabama here, plus 116 on the money line. There's also a probability of a 54% hit at Alabama plus 2.5 with a 3% edge. You get a higher edge if you bet Alabama on the money line at the current odds, according to our model. So that's what I'll be doing. But there's your brief overview at all things college football championship week. And reminder, there's plenty more here to surf through as well. Make sure that you get Dimers Pro so that you can see all of this for yourself.
One thing, well, I'll say two things. One, I've said this before on the show, always love a chance to back one of the best logos in sports, the green wave. And, that the Dimers model is designed to find mispriced odds. So like anything in the best bets is a misprice according to the model. But there's something about seeing a plus money line over 50%. And that feels like that is the best misprice there is. You're getting plus money on something the model says should be favored. And you can't get any better than that. I love that stuff.
Yeah, it never gets old. It is one of those things that just we could do this show for years, and I'm gonna have the same thrill every time we see one of those identified. So, and if you've watched College Corner all year, I bring some excitement to the segment, but it's because I kind of do my own personal handicapping of college football games, and then I'll go see what the Dimers model says. And whenever there's agreement there, especially with some of my strongest plays, that's when I get total eyeball emojis. Alabama would qualify this week. So play of the week there. Hopefully I'm right. Hopefully the Dimers model is right, and we can lead you to some winnings. Thank you to those of you that have watched the College Corner all season long. With college football getting to playoff time here, we will have more coverage of that as we lead our way closer and closer to the national championship. But in the meantime, there's still NFL odds every single day. NBA season is cooking. You've got college basketball in full swing now. We'll cover some of that on this program week to week as well. But make sure you get Dimers Pro 50% off with promo code podcast. You can see all this information for yourself in real time.